لها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوث وراها داروا على الدانات 7 أبد إلا دار زايد لا تقرب حماها لا تقرب منازلها إلا محب زايد أسسها واليوث وراها.
Welcome everyone with your program Peers of Yunnan who invade the most successful story and person here in UAE. Today with me, the businessman, Mr. Mohammad Jindran. Welcome.
Thank you.
We are so happy to meet you today.
The pleasure is mine to visit my office.
We'll talk about your successful story, more than 44 years here in UAE.
That's right.
To be in this
started back
level.
in 1979 actually.
Yeah, this story they have the beginning, they have also a challenge. So from the beginning, we need to know about the first step, about you, about how you start your life.
Okay, fine. Well, I started in the human resources industry, okay, right from the very beginning after I graduated. So I've got a graduate degree in human resources from the University of Bombay, okay, and then I started for 3 years doing the same business in Bombay, in India, before coming into the UAE. But during that time, I used to visit very often to Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Bahrain, Saudi Arabia, etc., to do negotiation with my clients and then go back to India. So I thought that since I have many clients in the Middle East, especially in UAE, why don't I start my office in Dubai? Because Dubai was a very easy accessible port and there are many flights coming in and out of UAE into India. At the same time, we had a lot of customers also who were placing their orders with us for two things. In the beginning, we started also with material and with manpower. So as you know, ours is a manpower recruitment company. That's why our company name is Overseas Labor Supply. We are one of the oldest. 44 years ago we started. So the companies used to order from us the material for the construction work, wood, timber, steel and tiles and all that. At the same time, they used to take from us the workers to work in the projects. So the work progressed in such a way that they took a lot of workers on a regular basis from us. So we decided that we will put up an office here as our main sourcing office, and the people that we'll be recruiting will be coming from India, Nepal, Pakistan, Bangladesh, etc. So that was in 1979 when I started the business. Of course, I was very lucky to find a very good partner here because, in those days we need to have a partner. Because originally I was from India, okay, so I found a very good partner here and who is still with me, who is actually now very high level in the government, actually in the judiciary. So he supported us quite a bit. And we started getting orders from various companies to bring in the manpower. So the material supply became less, the manpower supply became more. All right. So we got major companies now who've been recruiting with us from more than 25, 30 years ago and continuing even now. They do big groups. So we established our offices in India, our own offices. Same thing we did in Pakistan, Nepal, Bangladesh, Philippines, Vietnam, Thailand, etc., where we get our people right now. We've got training centers from where we get these workers. So basically how I entered this field was when I did my graduation in Bombay University. This was a field where everybody wants to go into because it's an opportunity to give people a new life, a new livelihood. And when you employ one person, it means you employ his whole family. Yeah. It's not only the one person, he's got many people behind him. So it's, I think it's something like a blessing to give a good job to somebody and his generations will benefit from that. And, we basically keep on increasing our numbers in the different kind of diversified fields of the positions that we recruit. So now we are into all kinds of construction and engineering. We do oil and gas, we do security, we do cleaning, we do retail, hospitality. Okay, all kinds of industries we are supplying at the moment. But basically, we concentrate on overseas recruitment. Yeah. Not so much into the local recruitment because locally even the clients can get their own workers. So we concentrate on what we've got specialized people in our offices abroad. So that's how we bring them, and when the orders are placed with us, we actually make sure that the selection process is very, very stringent. We do the shortlisting and then we invite the client to go with us to the country from where they want to recruit and select by themselves. So we organize if they want to take technical people, okay, they will like to see them working. We will arrange for them the testing facilities like welders, electricians, plumbers, or engineers. They will actually see them on hands-on practical jobs before they are selected. So basically that's how we started, and then we are still going on. It's been 44 years. So obviously 44 years is a lifetime. Exactly. And we hope that we can continue for at least another 44 years. Exactly. At least, yeah.
If I ask you about this decision to not be employee, to be a businessman,
yes,
what's the challenge of this choice?
See, the decision was from the very beginning, because first of all, I'm coming from a business family. Yeah. So it is in my blood. All my brothers, from my parents, my uncles, everybody, they are from business. It's a business tree. Yeah. Okay. So we never think of being employee. We always think of, what business I will do. So even when I'm in school, I'm thinking what business I'm going to do. So after I choose the line of human resources, I decide that this is a good business because it's a possibility worldwide. Everybody wants to get a better job. Everybody wants to move from one life to another life for the betterment of himself and his family. So that's why people are moving all over. So migration is one of the biggest industries right now. Why people want to migrate from India, Nepal, Pakistan, Egypt, Africa. They want a better life. They come to Dubai, or they go to Europe, they go to North America, wherever they go for a better life. So this will always continue because people have that urge or the hunger in them to have a better life for themselves. So that's the reason I thought this industry will never fall. There's always a demand. There's always a need for a better life. Better life means better jobs. So when you give better jobs to people, obviously you get their appreciation, and the confidence of the people increases in you. That's why I chose this line, because at the same time, as I told you earlier, this is something that if you give a good job to somebody, you get blessings. It's like a sawab. Yeah. You have helped somebody, not for himself, for his entire family. Yeah. Everybody is benefiting from that. So I hope that this is something that sometimes we get good prayers from people. People, when they say thank you very much for the good job, we feel very happy. I mean, we have helped him. So this is something that it's close to my heart. At the same time, it's good business.
Yeah. If you're talking about before 44 years, UAE is not like today.
Completely different.
You see all this development of the country.
Yes.
What's your vision for this?
Oh my God. At that time, it was completely opposite of what it is right now. Can you imagine when I first came to Dubai and I visited from Dubai to Sharjah? Yeah. First time, there was one single road, no lights. No lights at all. So you're driving only in darkness. Everything on the side is only sand. No building, nothing. Bas, nothing. Okay, and it was a very slow movement. I mean, it's okay. At that time, people were getting used to it because it was a new country. Yes. Okay, the only business in Dubai was pearl diving. Pearl diving, going to the water and bringing out pearls. Okay. There was no other oil and gas, nothing. It was only developed slowly. So since that time, I've seen a lot of transformation happening. But the good thing is that the rulers, especially of Dubai, they were very smart in bringing in the right industries. When they brought in some oil and gas companies to do the drilling for the oil, and then they brought in for the port. Yeah. The Jebel Ali port was established for the big ships to come. So slowly the trade started growing a lot. And then they opened up the country for business. So many businesses from all over the world, they came and started investing here. So I've seen the transformation in the last 44 years. See, the UAE was, I believe, it was independent in 1971, if I'm not mistaken. 1971. And I started here in 1979. So only 8 years after the independence of UAE, I came here. So it was just a very short time that they were still growing. The country was still very young, And Alhamdulillah, I was happy, and I was on time, at the right time, I should say, to take advantage of the good provisions provided by the country, and to build up my business, which Alhamdulillah I've been very happy that 44 years have gone very well for us, and inshallah we hope to keep on growing.
Today you create your name, your brand here in UAE. But sure, you know that there are some competition in any sector here in Dubai. What are you doing to be from the first names in all your business?
See, as far as competition is concerned, we are already above the competition. Why? Because we have been here the oldest.
Yes.
I don't think there's anybody as started the business as early as we did, because when we started the business, it was also a new industry, okay? And at that time, the government also was thinking of what kind of provisions to provide for the recruitment. So we started under a trading brand, and before we actually got a recruitment license. So that was back in 1979 when we started. So we have the advantage of being the oldest, plus we are officially registered with the Ministry of Labor, okay? Most of the other agencies who are supposed to be our competition are not our competition. Why? Because they are not having the same ability and the same license legally that we are having. They just get a consultancy license. When you just get a consultancy license, you're not supposed to be actually doing what we do. We do official overseas recruitment. It says clearly in our Ministry of Labor license, which is then accepted by the Economic Department of Sharjah, Dubai, or wherever to issue the license. So what happens is, unless you have the Ministry of Labor license, you're not authorized to do this business, okay? The other consultancies are supposed to act as only consultant and give advice, technically. They're not supposed to do actual recruitment and take responsibility and sign contract and give guarantee for the workers and do the entire process. It's all illegal. So unfortunately, I'm sorry to say, many people are doing this business who's supposed to be our competition are not legal competition. They are illegal competition because they don't even have the license of doing that. Now, many companies don't know that. Many companies think they're the same like us. But when we explain to them that, look, this is the license that you should look for, they don't have that license, okay? They have a simple ordinary license from Economic Department. To get an Economic Department license costs you only maybe 10,000 dirhams. But when we try to do our license, it costs huge amounts, you know. So it's a big difference. That's why we are not worried about competition. When we go into a client to discuss, we go to the company, we finalize, we are sure we get the project because we give them everything that they're expecting, plus we are legally authorized to do that, which most of our competitors are not authorized. There are only very few companies having our kind of a license.
Yeah.
Majority, I will say 90% of them don't have this kind of license. So you cannot consider them our competitors because they're doing it illegally. You see, so when we open the eyes of the clients, they understand that the XYZ company who was dealing before was not authorized to do this. And tomorrow the company can get into trouble for having a deal with somebody who's not authorized to do that particular business activity. So that's where we come in with our full legality and of course our services. Our services also, we make sure that the client is happy with our services. We make sure that everything as mentioned in our contract is fulfilled. We give guarantee. We give a 6 months guarantee for all our workers. So if in case when the workers are coming for some reason, we suppose we recruit one group of 100 people, maybe 1 or 2 people, maybe sometimes there is some issue. Maybe there is some problem, they want to go home, or they become sick, or they have some family problem, or something happens, because we are human beings. We take the responsibility for that to replace them under our account. That means we will be the one to spend money to replace them during the guarantee period. So this is a very good benefit to the client who is the employer of the workers. Okay, he doesn't have headache that, oh, he will lose money if the worker comes and then he has to be sent back, or he doesn't want to work, or whatever happens. So we give a 6 months window where we take full responsibility, and this is really appreciated by the employers because then at least they don't lose. So we absorb their risk actually. So we also act like an insurance company for them. We ensure that the workers we are bringing are guaranteed for a period of 6 months.
Yeah. Many persons thinking that the business, it will be successful just with a good team and a good strategy.
Correct.
So we're talking about the person they work with you,
Yes.
the skills of this person, how you choose it,
Okay.
and how you do it for the strategy of work.
Okay, the one very important aspect of getting somebody working with us in this industry is that it's better to show him the work from the beginning. Yeah. All the people that I have recruited in my entire journey, okay, we have chosen people who were fresh, completely fresh out of college, as long as they've got the skills, computer knowledge, they're smart, I interview them. If they are having good common sense, they can, make decisions on their own. They're not like shy or not confident of themselves. Those are the people that we need. Training can be given on the job because our kind of business does not need any experience before. If you get somebody with experience, he comes with another experience. It does not match our requirement. In my company strategy, we train him from the first entry level. So when he comes, he's fresh, and I like to take fresh people. We just finished from graduated people, okay? We will take them, then we will train them. It will take 2-3 months to train, but he will be trained according to our requirements. Okay, so exactly, we teach him the workflow, starting from A to Z, how when a company approaches us for the business, for the requirements, how we go through the process of placing the requirements, finalizing, selecting the people, and the mobilization. Everything is taught to them. All my staff are well versed in the process. So it's not that only 1 or 2 or 3 staff, everybody knows what to do. They all know the job. So everyone can handle the job by himself. Each one can be an account holder of a client, because they know exactly what are the procedures to follow, and they will take the order and they'll execute the order. Yeah. So everybody has been well trained on that, and I did not get anybody who's previously experienced, because that would have affected my teaching to them. They would have come with a different mentality. But when they come to me fresh, they're like raw. I can put my own ideas to them. I impress them with what I want to do, and they follow our company policy. This is a much better strategy rather than taking somebody experienced. That's why if I will, next time I look for somebody, I will look not somebody experienced. I want somebody fresh, so that he has time to grow, he will be young, and he will grow with us. And we will also appreciate him and compensate him according to our, if he's giving us a good job, obviously we appreciate that.
Today you have this experience in UAE, a big experience and a big story. It's a successful story.
Yes.
So if I ask you about the word success, this magic word,
yes,
what means?
For me, success means putting in your hard work, which we have been doing for the last 44 years. Really hard work and smart work. You know, you have to see the market, you have to judge the people, you have to check. You should do your research. It's not hard work, just hard work. Hard work is a very, very broad term actually. You have to be very sure of what kind of markets you're approaching, the kind of people you're going to be in touch with, what you can offer them as the best, for them to accept your proposals. Yeah. So it's a lot of research. It's not that just calling somebody and say, hey, hi, I'm we're a recruitment company. No, we have to understand the company first. We get information about the company, what projects they have, how many people they have, what kind of feedback we get from clients, from the current existing employees of the company. So we study that, and on that basis we choose our clients. Also, we don't choose anybody at random, because then we can get in trouble. If I get a client who's bad to the employees and he doesn't pay them the salaries or give them the facilities as per the law, it will affect us, because they come through, they trust us, the workers trust us. So we want to choose only the good companies. So we do our market research to be sure which companies to deal with and who will be dealing with us on a regular basis. So we've got certain clients with us for a very long time. They are continuously dealing with us because we keep them happy. We give them what they want. They are satisfied with our workers, and our workers are happy with them as well. So when the workers are happy, obviously we are happy, because their families are happy back home, and we get more people coming to apply to us because they know that we are giving a good job and they're satisfied. So when we ask for workers in their country, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Nepal, we get a lot of workers because they know we will put them into good companies. They will not have headache. Because unfortunately in this business there is some problem sometimes. Companies just bring the workers and then they don't take good care of them. So that's manpower or human exploitation, So which we try to completely, avoid, because it's not good. I mean, it's all negative. We don't want to get into this kind of messy situation. So we are very careful when we deal with the clients. We want to deal with the right clients because we'll give them the right people. So, yeah.
So today, from your experience, you are an example for many persons. The new generation, they follow our program and they have this dream to be like you today.
Yes.
So from your side, like, we need a motivation message,
Yes.
advices for the new generation.
Advices for the new generation. Wow, that's a very good thing. It's something like I tell my younger brother or my children, make up your mind in such a way that you have decided what you want. Think. Don't jump into something just because you think it's very rosy and it's glittering today. No. Think. Take your time before you make a decision of what you want to do in life, and whether you can do it properly, whether you have got the skill, whether you are talented, whether you have got enough of confidence in you to do that particular job. I don't say, I chose my line because I was happy dealing with people. I like to interact with people. I'm a person's person. I like to talk. I like to, I'm very happy in a crowd. So I can discuss a lot. But some people may be having different views or maybe different abilities. First of all, choose what you really want, what is you are good at. If you're talented in something, if you feel this is your speciality, go for it. If you can make a success of yourself, think about it. Take some time. If I take up this line, how am I going to make my life 5 years from now and then 10 years from now? What will I do? Where will I reach? What stage will I achieve in my career? Think about that, because life is it's a big myriad. There are so many opportunities available to everybody. So it all depends on the individual person, what he feels he can do for himself. You want to be a writer, or you want to be a musician, or you want to be an architect, or you want to be engineer, doctor, whatever. It's entirely up to you how you make your life. But you have to have belief in yourself. Don't just go by the hearsay of what people are telling you, because then they don't know you. You know yourself better. Unless you know yourself and understand yourself, nobody will understand you. So think about it, take your time, don't rush into something, do a lot of research, planning before you take the first steps. At the same time, take the advice of people who are experienced more than you, especially your teachers or your parents or your elders. They will give you the best advice because they have your best interest in their heart. I think that's something which every child should, or any young person entering the world for a career should think about.
Exactly. Today, UAE, it's like your home.
Absolutely, it is my home. 44 years is a long time.
Exactly. Yes. Your stability, your life, your family, your business, your success here in UAE.
Yes.
So some words from heart to heart from you for UAE, for all leaders and rulers of this country.
My deepest appreciation is for the rulers of this country. They have given up so much help, assistance, and our growth is because they've been so kind with their forthcoming interest in developing newcomers like me, which I did at that time 44 years ago. Okay, when I started, I was not sure what I will get from the country, but they have given us so much of support, and they've appreciated everything we've done. That I don't have enough words to say how much thank you to the rulers of the entire UAE. And their vision also, they have got a very good vision of developing their country and opening up the world to let people like me come in and make this their home for their families, for their businesses, and for the growth of their children. It's a wonderful country, and it welcomes everybody. Okay, as long as you follow what are the systems, the laws of the country, it's the best place to live because you have everything provided. And the most important thing is security. Where in the world do you get security like you get here? Number one place of security, okay, which is highly appreciated. So for me, it was a wonderful journey to stay here, and I want to stay here as long as I can possibly stay, or as long as I live, because the country has given me so much. It has really helped me with making my life, for myself, for my business, for my children, everybody around me. So we hope the leaders will continue their good vision and support more people like me, and we wish them all the best, a long life and happiness and success in everything they do.
Thank you so much for you, Mr. We are so happy to meet you today, like a great and best example of businessman here in UAE. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It was a pleasure having you here, and I hope my message will really come across positively to everybody who hears us. And anything else they need, they can always get in touch with me for any other information or advice.
All right? Thank you so much.
You're most welcome. Thank you.
So everyone, thank you so much. See you next week with Pearls of Yunnan program. Bye bye.